Why, hello and welcome. John Croner with Bullseye Trader, and I'd like to welcome you to the Artificial Intelligence Holly and Market Update for Tuesday, December the 4th, 2018. And before we get started, I just want to remind you of some different tools that we have to help you with this software, whether you're currently a user or thinking about trying this software. If you go to this link right here, and I'm going to put all these links in the YouTube comments, you can register to get to all of our webinars where our people go over how the software works. They go over a market update. They do a very, very good job. So I would encourage you, to go join these. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 5 o'clock. And Friday we have a support question and answer session that starts at 11 o'clock. That's all Eastern time. Another tool that we have for you, especially with the way the markets perform today, and you're going to see that this can give you a lot of benefit. You can download a free ebook, and it's basically on how to play the short side of the market. A lot of money could have been made on the short side today. If you didn't participate, or you don't know how to participate, go to this link right here. All you got to do is put in your email address and you can get this free ebook. And the other best way is to join our trading room. It's open Monday through Friday. Barry opens it up a half hour before market opens at 9 o'clock Eastern, and it closes at 3:30. Once again, here's the link. Barry calls out his trades. Usually between 400 and 600 people on there. You do need to create a login and a password to get into it. But the greatest thing about this room is it is free. And if you've been around, the markets for a while, there's a lot of trading rooms out there, and most of them are not free. So great place to get some information. And of course, if you want to try this software out, here's the link right here. You can subscribe by the month or by the year. And you can get the premium package, which I recommend. That you get the Holly and all the bells and whistles, or we have just a standard version that doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's a good way to get started if you just want to get your feet wet. Use Bullseye 15. I can save you 15% on your first month or your first year. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this market and see what happened. And we're going to go ahead and start with the spiders. And most people have been talking about this line here. If we back this out, right across here, right in that 280 mark, and we've gone up to it, and we've hit on it now. This was the third time we got close to it, and it pulled back. And I said yesterday it'd be nice to get some follow through on that, or at least go sideways. But oh my goodness, we had a major sell-off today. Large volume. Look at this big red candle. I mean, it was just a massive sell-off across the boards. Of course, markets are going to be closed tomorrow. Don't know how many people. We're just being cautious. And as I always say, we're going to have to see what happens with this market if we get follow through to the downside, or if we get a reversal, if calmer heads prevail and we go back up. But if you look at it, this has been that range we've been in now. It seems like when we get to one part, we turn around and we go the other way, and then we bounce and we come back. And so that's your spiders for today. The diamonds, and you're going to see. We were talking about getting above these moving averages and doing better. Well, we certainly, blew down there, take the stairways up and the elevator down. And boy, it was just a big elevator, just average volume on the diamonds. It wasn't, super big. And I'll point out too, another way that you can gauge this is our relative volume here. And you can see the diamonds was at 1.22. Now 1.0 would be average volume. So if it was 2, it would be twice average. So that's another area where you can look to see how the what the volume was on it. If we go back to the spiders, you can see we were 1.86, and once again looking at the graph, it's way up there. Now if we look at IWM, you can see, boy, there was that elevator again. We had this small consolidation right here. but then it came down some more. And all of these, if you look, closed at or near lows. Once again, the relative volume there, 1.88. The Tues, if we take a look there, much the same thing, relative volume 1.24. So it was above average, but it wasn't, enormous volume. But you can see there another elevator coming down, just a big fat red candle. We'll look at the fangs real fast to show those. And, we have Apple, and I heard someone say, not too long ago when it was at highs, their valuation was over 1 trillion, and I think they're down to about 830 or 850 billion now. So it's come way down. Amazon, big red candle there, 1.32 relative volume. And that actually goes back over 15 days the way our software works to give you the comparison. Facebook pulled back, relative volume 1.37. And you can see the daily chart here, the intraday chart there. Netflix, big red candle there as well. Just average volume 1.01. And Google, and we'll take a look there. That was a big red candle, 1.26 though. So even though we had the red candles, you would think that if volume was a lot higher, it would have been a lot worse. But certainly not a good day for the markets. And let's go ahead and jump into Holly real fast. Holly Grill had 8 trades, lost 93 cents, risk on 228. If we take a look here, we had, and you can see the predominance of short trades, okay? And, we had DAR was her best trade on the risk off category. It was a short trade. She got out for a timed exit. And you can see here where she got out, and really there was no reason to get out of that. So if we do the man with machine that we always talk about, you could have stayed in this trade and easily made your 50 cents at the end of the day. And BHC, and this was a trade I was watching, and I kind of like the ones where it's a short trade and it hits the stop, because if you get a reversal, they usually do pretty good. And I was watching it, and as it got up in here, I thought, boy, this would be a good place to short it, and I got tied up, and I missed the entry, and I saw it when it was somewhere in through here, and I just felt to get in at that point it would be chasing. So I did not participate in that one, and wish I would have got it, because look at that. It ended up at 76 cents, but keep in mind it was well above the stop out here, and then it went even higher. So you could have made a buck and a quarter on that trade. So very, very nice trade. Holly 2.0 had 8 trades for a profit of 37 cents, risk on profit 204. And here we had a short trade PVTL 21 cents. Once again, she got out for a timed exit. And you can see here, if you or I were trading this, we probably would have stayed in it. We might have got out somewhere in here. Probably when it here, most people would have been out on a day trade scenario. But if you held till the end of the day, there was 57 cents for you. And look at this GDDY. Once again, she got out for a profit save. Once again, it seems like on these short trades, if she gets out for a profit save or a stopped hit, you need to watch them, because if they get that reversal, they tend to pick up some steam. She went on for $1.84 in the risk on category. Just a very, very nice trade. And let's go ahead and move these up like we do when we go to the Holly Neo, so that we can see the charts. And Holly Neo had 11 trades for a profit of $2.28. Risk on profit $6.33. Look at that. And we had her best trade, believe it or not, was a long trade, TOL. It was yesterday hammer, today strength. And so you saw the hammer, and even though it gapped down, Holly called it as it was coming back up here. and you can see here, $1.13. Now, had you held it till the end of the day, only 72 cents. But here we look at MRK, Merck short trade, selling strength. Okay, she got in, she got out because of a timed exit. Once again, maybe you and I would have stayed in. Look, had you stuck with that, $1.89 profit. And then she had HIIQ, $1.61 profit in the risk on. Same thing, she got out for a profit save. And look at that. So there's a lot of money to be made on the short side. So, some great work by Holly today. Like to bring in our Excel spreadsheet to show you how we finished everything up. So we ended up with 27 total trades today. $1.72 was the profit. $10.65 was the risk on profit. And look how we're doing for a 2-day total. 125 trades, 324 risk off profit, risk on profit 25.52. So just a fantastic week by Holly. And just want to remind you that the markets will be closed tomorrow, the day of mourning, as we remember the life and of our past President George H.W. Bush. So God bless him and his family, and we'll take the day off as we remember him. But if you want to follow me, you can do that at my blog, bullseyetrader.com. You can, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter or StockTwits. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit this thumbs up for me. Maybe drop in a comment, maybe share this video. I'd appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to these videos. And hey, I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.